the music play. I don't got no plans to stay. All I'm gonna do is sway, rock the night away. 'Cause outside the find some.
All right. Hey, everybody. Sorry we started 1 minute late. First, I want to welcome everybody to this show tonight. We are going to be kind of going over the lineup of the Pro Bikini Open and the Pro Bikini Masters that are going to be competing this weekend at the Florida Pro. And I want to thank Teresa for joining me tonight because, well, she is a queen of bikini, first of all. So your expertise is going to be greatly appreciated tonight.
You're no problem. I'm glad that I could join in tonight.
And also, you were supposed to be at this show, but you know what? I know life happens, and I always tell my clients this. There's other shows, you know, that's never like, you got to deal with life first, right? And there's always another show. So that's the beauty of being a pro athlete. We pull it together and make it happen on another stage. But have you looked over this lineup? Tell me what you think about this particular group of women that are showing up next weekend, because I know you've probably done some recon.
Yeah, so I've looked. I know most of them. I actually been following them since I thought I was going to be at the show. I've started, seeing who's going to go, and obviously Daryl posts the people that are going. So then I, start messaging them and talking to them. And I feel like this is a really good lineup of great pros, open and masters. I know a lot of them are debuting, but honestly, I feel like when you are a debut athlete going up against seasoned pros, it kind of pushes you harder. So those open bikini pros are always they come in looking amazing. So I feel like this is going to be a great lineup. Both classes look pretty stacked. So I'm super sad I can't be there because I'd love to compete against these ladies, but I'm so excited to watch this weekend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was just throwing up the open, and then this is the Pro Masters bikini lineup. I know a lot of our viewers probably see some familiar names up there. All right. I am just setting something up really quick. One thing I wanted to throw up before we even get into this is the criteria for this event. I don't know about you. You do some judging too, right? Do you judge?
I have not judged, no.
You have not judged. So I always find bikini to be one of the most difficult classes just because it can be so subjective. And it's really funny. In their bylaws, in the NGA bylaws, they almost address that. If you go ahead and read this, it says the NGA recognizes that fitness takes on many levels. The purpose of this division is to allow athletes who are physically fit hold a strong image for stage and camera and compete in a fair drug-free arena. We look for fit, toned, proportionate builds with a feminine shape and continue that as a universal in appeal. In every class that exists, the difficult task of judging staff placing competitors based on criteria. So it is difficult, but I feel like bikini is the most difficult. It says this is especially difficult when you have a competitor that may be considered too muscular for this class versus a competitor in the same division that lacks being fit and toned. So, I think that is one of the major things with bikini. And with this lineup that I see coming in, I do know there's a few of these bikini athletes that hold a little bit more muscle than some of the others. Yeah. So it is going to be interesting. So let's dive into this. Let's dive into our first athlete. Let's see. Where do you think you fall on this muscular? You have beautiful lines. You have the height to pull off a little bit more muscularity because you have those long muscle bellies.
Yeah, I'm definitely more on the muscular side of the bikini. I have been doing this for 6 years, so I do have experience when it comes to the posing, obviously, and being confident on stage. I think that's going to certainly help anybody out there this weekend, because there's going to be so many different body types on stage. There's going to be more muscular, there's going to be softer, there's going to be in between.
Right.
I think for the pro debut, the people that are debuting, this is a good show for them, because there's so many pro debuts out there. But just because your debut doesn't mean that they haven't been competing for years.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that the debut doesn't mean really much. It just means it's their first pro show. It doesn't mean that they haven't been competing for 5 years, or maybe they just started competing, but they've been in the gym for 5 years. And so you don't know what they're bringing to the table. You just got to come with your A game no matter what.
Yeah, you're right. And we were talking about that before the show started. Is they let's see, I'm going to go through this list here. I tried to check off the ones that are doing their pro debut. I believe right here, this first one, Evelyn, I believe this is her pro debut.
Yes, I saw that it's her pro debut, yes.
And she's I think she brings a beautiful package. She brings just enough of that muscularity, but it's soft enough. She can pull it off. Like, when I say soft, I mean, like, it's not like squishy and mushy. It's just very soft and feminine, but muscular.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's more subtle.
Yes. It's not hard and grainy. I really like her look, and I'm excited to see what she brings here as a pro. I've seen her on stage a few times.
Now, do you know what organization she's with? Because I didn't see that.
She received her pro card with the NGA.
Oh, the NGA. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say she earned it at like the NGA Thunder Classic, or maybe like the NGA Central Florida. She's local here. She lives here in Jacksonville, so she does a lot of the local shows.
Okay. Oh, so I think she's actually part of Team Showtime.
Yes, she is.
That was my team. That is my team, not was. That is my team. Team Showtime. Represent me this weekend.
I love what he has done with the whole Team Showtime. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, it's actually a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that I got to meet some of them, like meaning over the internet. They're so much fun, and I was so looking forward to meeting all of them and hanging out. But we will meet one day for sure.
Now, this is interesting because she is Team 2020.
Yeah, she is.
So they're going to be direct rivals, but she is also a newer pro. But like you said, you shared a stage with her. Tell me about that experience.
Oh, wait, I was thinking this was a different Lina. So this is not
okay.
This is not the Lina that I know. This is a different Lina. There's so many Linas. I thought it was one, because she said she was going to go to this show, and I guess she decided not to. So when I saw Lina, I thought it was her.
Okay. So, well, I can tell you this. I've seen her on stage. I think she won her pro card last year at the OCB Tampa show, and Marcus is her coach, I believe. So
yes.
So this is going to be this may be her pro debut in the NGA.
I believe it is. I do believe I follow her as well on Instagram, and I have seen him post with her. So I know that he's, looking forward to seeing her on stage this year.
Yes. So I know she's going to be one to watch. She's another one who has just a really beautiful silhouette, doesn't come in rock solid hard, brings that femininity. So just like I said, it's just going to really depend what the judges are looking for. But she has wonderful stage presence.
Okay, that's definitely needed. I feel like stage presence, posing can win you a show. If it comes down to between you and someone else and your posing is on point, that's going to get you there.
And that comes from an experienced posing coach.
Yes. I do take it very seriously. So I always preach to my girls, pose all the time. So, but yeah, definitely stage presence. And her posing looks really great on stage. She's got her shoulder back. She's got her, her glutes to the side. She's got her other arm out. So her set pose is really, really nice.
All right. So this next athlete is coming in from California. I don't know if you follow Samantha Roland or Sammy Roland.
Yes, I follow her as well. So I knew that she was, I think I knew that she was coming as well. She's very beautiful. I love her hair. She's got a good stage presence. She just competed not too long ago as well. I know she was in a she was in a show recently.
So at the end of the year, she was at Worlds. I do know that she plays top 5.
That's what it was. It was Worlds. I remember because I was watching that.
That was a
Yeah.
good live stream to watch.
Yeah, that was a good live stream. Yeah. So yeah, that's the show I was thinking of.
Yes, yeah. So she's had some time. That's enough time to take a little bit of a break, make some improvements. From what I read on her Instagram, she takes that constructive criticism very seriously and is always working to be better. So, it'll be interesting to see what she brings.
Yeah, I think I think she's like in middle height, but she does carry muscle, but she's very feminine. Like I really like her look.
Yeah,
I
for me, she brings like a little bit of like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but she brings like a little bit of like sexy sass to the stage.
Yeah, right. Yes.
But it's not overplayed and it works so good for her.
Yeah, it does. I think she's very beautiful.
I agree. I'm excited. I've been trying to get her on here and I've started to run out of time. And that's where this whole idea came. I was like, why don't I just do quick highlights of all the athletes leading up to the show? Because it's so hard for me to interview everyone individually. And so I called Chris yesterday and I'm like, hey, let's do men's physique. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that we can do it. It's like you messaged me and I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'm at a birthday party, but I'll do it later.
I appreciate this. Okay, now here is someone that has already competed this year.
Oh, that's my girl. Team Showtime again.
Yes.
So she's competed twice this year. She's won both her shows. She's an absolute beast, like crazy abs, crazy lines. She's one of the shorter girls, but like she comes on stage and she owns the stage. Like she might be small, but she's a beast on stage. So I'm super excited to see her, and I'm sad that we're not going to get to hang out because we were going to be selfie queens backstage. We take so many pictures, both of us individually. I was like, we're just going to have so much fun, and Keith was going to be a photographer.
Yeah, you guys can't take too many pictures. But
I'm super excited to see her on stage. I think she's going to be bringing it. Like I said, she's already competed twice, and she's got another show the day before this show. So she's going to be flying in from Dallas. I think it's an NFF. Is it NFF?
Yes.
Show. She's going to be competing there on Saturday, and then she comes in Saturday and comes in for the Sunday show. So she's going to be ready to get going for this one and get something to eat that's fun.
Yes, you're right. It's going to be a blowout weekend for her Sunday night. She's
Yeah, so I'm super excited to see Lonnie on stage.
Now, do you feel like she is at an advantage or a disadvantage since she's already has some stage time this season?
I think it's definitely an advantage because she's kind of got some of her twerks out. Like maybe there's, the first time you step on stage, you're kind of a little nervous because you haven't done it in a while, even though you've been up there, been there, done that multiple times. I still feel like that first time you step on stage, it's just a little like you're nervous, you're excited. She's got the jitters out now. This is going to be her 4th show, and she's going to be coming in there like a rock star and just owning the stage. So she's coming in with some fire.
Yes, I agree. So now we're going to go to another athlete who, again, is making a pro debut. And these are all, so far, we're just hitting the open. This is all open pro bikini. But as we can see in this picture, she actually earned her pro card last year at this event.
At this show, right, yeah. So this is her debut. So she's pretty much had a year off. And so I'm pretty sure she's bringing a better, bigger package this year. So it'll be exciting to see what she's bringing to the stage.
Now, she has a similar situation as yourself to where her and her husband both compete.
Okay. Is her husband competing in this show?
I have not seen his name come across any of my paperwork yet.
Okay.
But I do think he has already competed this year. So maybe he knocked out his shows so that she could focus on this one.
Okay. Yeah.
We've-
I mean, she's definitely, I mean, she won it last year. She beat everybody, and now she's coming to win, coming to get that pro win now.
Yes. Now she's one of the things I wanted to run by you. I had mentioned something about height last night when I was with Chris, and
Mhm.
I had mentioned that I think being short is a bit of an advantage. She is short. She's probably about 5 feet tall because I know when I'm with her, we see eye to eye. So, what are your thoughts? Because in the pro divisions, it is no longer
Mhm.
divided up into heights, right? They're open classes. So, what is your thought on height and it being an advantage or disadvantage in bikini?
Well, for me, I'm 5'10", and I always come on the stage and I'm the biggest one out there. It's hard to compete against the shorter girls because if you're, I'm lucky enough where my muscles are even. I don't have one side that's bigger than the other. I'm pretty proportionate. I don't have bigger legs compared to arms. Um, because you are tall, you can your muscles just look different when you're tall than when you're short. I think they look better typically on a shorter person. Um, so it is hard when you're tall and you're standing next to a girl that's 5'2", and she's so compacted and she looks amazing, and you're competing against that. So it can be a challenge, but it's definitely some tall girls can beat short girls because I've done it. But
Yes.
I feel like it is an advantage. I mean, if you look at even like the other organizations, usually the shorter girls are the ones that win. It's typical that the shorter girls do win more than the taller girls.
Yes, yeah. So we do have a couple I know down at the bottom here. One of we'll go through this in order. But yeah, I agree. I feel like I've always said that being short definitely is an advantage. I think those muscle bellies just sometimes they look a little bit fuller, a little bit rounder, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that the shorter girls can pull off that softer look um
Mm-hmm.
when you're comparing like body fat wise.
Right.
But at the same time, sometimes, like in my instance, I have to get a little extra hard because sometimes shorter girls carry fat in their lower body. It's distributed a little bit differently. We tend to be like a little bit hippier, a little. And so it's like a catch-22, and you really have to know your body, and your coach really has to know how to dial you in for your body type. So like
Right.
again, these are all pros, so they all should have that figured out. And I'm really excited. Okay, let's go to our next athlete. So that's Marisabelle, and I'm excited to see her just because the local girls, I've been following them for years. So
Yeah.
I'm invested. All right. So, oh, and you guys, their Instagram handles, I purposefully left them in these images. So, also in the description, I left all of their Instagram links. So I encourage everybody to follow these athletes because for some of them, this is just the beginning of the season, and it'll be fun to see where they go and kind of how their season progresses as they get into some more of the championship shows. And it just helps build camaraderie and community. So anyway, at the top here, you'll see their Instagram names. Yeah, so she looks beautiful. Now, I would say she's probably a little bit on the taller side. We
Mm-hmm.
have what is it? Annette. Yeah, so she is an OCB pro, and it looks like
Yes.
she just won her pro card at the OCB Winter Classic, which was
Right.
right at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
So another debut.
So that was what, January 3rd. That was yeah, January 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So she's probably had some, couple months off, staying maintaining and getting ready for this one. So, I mean, but she's got great shape. She's got good glutes, nice shoulders. I mean, she's got the muscle for sure to hang in there with everybody else. And she's had a little bit of time off to build and shape and, you know.
Yes, yes. Now, next on our list, we have somebody, she's actually on the team Rare Breed. I know we hear them often. Let me pull her up
Mhm.
here. Um, She recently competed at the Lee Banks show, which was just a couple of weeks ago. So
Oh,
another
yes.
one.
Yes, I saw her when she won her pro card.
Yeah, so another one coming off from has a little bit of momentum going into this show. So, like we said, that could be a benefit for her.
And she's for the Masters or Open?
So right now, she is in Open, and let me see if she crosses over. Let's see. I don't believe she's crossing over into. Oh no. No, it doesn't look like she's crossing over into Master. So she's strictly Open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
this is
exciting.
Our Masters list. Yeah. All right. So next up we have. I had a little more time to get this one organized for us.
You learned from the day before.
I did. And hey, who's that beauty?
Oh, what? Okay, I know this one. That's my girl, Teresa Owens. So I can tell you a little bit about her. She's my posing client, and she took a few years off, came back and revamped herself physically and on stage. So she won her Masters Pro card at the Richmond OCB show. And then she won her Open Pro card. She went for the second week in a row. So she had 2 peak weeks and then competed at the Magnum Muscle. She won her Open Pro card. And then she competed a third time in a row just because she'd already paid for the show, which was the Catonsville Conqueror.
Right.
And she won the Open, but she didn't get the overall for the Masters. For the Open. But she was already a winner because she'd already won her Open and Masters Pro card. So she is going. We were supposed to do this show together. It's so sad.
Oh, no.
But I'm super excited for her. She's doing Open and Masters at this show, and so I think she's 42. But you would never guess that she's 42. She looks amazing.
She does.
So that was at the Catonsville Conqueror that we competed together. And I was like, girl, we taking pictures. so I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see her on stage. I can't wait.
So you actually just mentioned something interesting. So out of all of these open pro bikini competitors, only 4 of them are under, what is Masters 35? Only 4 of them are under.
The OCB is 40.
Okay. So I think we're still at 35 here, but only 4 of them are under.
I'm wrong. They changed it to 35. It's 35 and over now for OCB.
Okay. 30. You're right. They went down 5 years. So maybe we are at 40. Maybe NGA is at 40.
You guys are at 40. The NGA is at 40.
So I love that. I love that this open bikini, we have like more of our experienced competitors up there.
Yes.
It goes to show the longevity of this sport, right?
Right, it does. I mean, I'm super excited to see that there's an Open and Masters in the same show. That's exciting. That doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't, and I will say that is one thing that Daryl really prides himself on, is he wanted to make sure that the Masters were represented well at his show. Mainly, obviously, himself and Holly are both Masters pros, right? And they know how hard it is to find quality shows for these Masters to compete at, these Masters athletes to compete at. And for me, that's kind of mind-boggling, because at that point in our lives, usually we're the ones that have the stability. We have extra finances. Like we're able to step on stage. We're able to take some time off or prep or do different things. We're a little more established in our routines in our life. Right. And I think there should be more available for the Masters on a pro level, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that now that COVID is kind of taken a back seat a little bit, that shows are starting to open up more, then we get more variety.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But all right, so next up we have, this is a late entry.
Okay, so I've been following Misty for not too long, but I seen that she has won her last 2 shows. She just competed again at the IPE. What was it? The IP Mr.
Minnesota.
Mrs. Minnesota,
Yep.
and she won that show. And then she competed earlier in the year with one of her clients at the is it INBA or PNBA?
The Philip Ricardo Legends.
Yeah. And so she pretty much took the whole show. She won Open, Masters, Best in Show, Evening Gown. Like, she won everything. So it's not surprising that she's coming to this show because she's just finished 2 preps. I mean, why not?
Do you know she competed this weekend?
Yeah, that's the show I was saying. The IP
the Minnesota.
Masters.
Yes.
Yeah, the Minnesota. So why wouldn't she compete? She's basically ready to go. So, I mean, I would do it if it was up to me. If I was able to do it, it would be something that I would do.
Yeah.
So she's going to be coming in, and she looks amazing. She's one of the girls that I feel like are more muscular. So she's going to kind of be up there with Lonnie. I feel like she's more muscular. So like they'll be comparable. I'm not sure how tall Misty is compared. I don't know how tall she is, but I think that'll be a good matchup if they get, stand on stage together.
It's going to be a good matchup. You're right.
Yeah.
As far as comparable physiques go.
Right.
All right. Now let's throw up, man. Now I'm getting into, so an interesting thing with Misty, she is only competing in Masters. She's not doing the Open.
Open?
No, she's only doing Masters. It was a little surprising.
I'm surprised.
Apparently, she has a client also competing in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And she would have had to go toe-to-toe with her client.
Okay. Who's her client?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Now, here we have Angela. She was at this show last year. She is one of those pro Masters bikini competitors that was kind of like screaming from the rooftops, like, we need more shows for the Masters pros. So I know she really appreciates what Daryl is doing here. So it's it's really nice to have her back this year. She is tall. She has those long lines, very elegant on stage, and carries herself so well.
Yeah, she looks amazing. I mean, I love the color. I wonder if she's going to keep that color hair, like the reddish tone. That looks really pretty on stage.
It does.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. Now there's a competitor that's like 57 or something like that, right?
Yeah. So that's Cynthia Dunsky.
Okay, so we'll get to her. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that I saw that there was somebody that was older, and that's amazing to be going against, 40-year-olds. I mean, that's still a feat in itself.
Yeah, she doesn't look a day over 40. I just want to make that very clear. All right, let's see who we have up next. All right, another OCB pro.
Yeah, so I've been following Tanith now for a little while. We've been actually chit-chatting back and forth. When she knew that I was possibly doing the show, so when she became an OCB pro, so she won her this was her pro debut as well. And she actually poses with one of my friends in Richmond, Tina Johnson.
Okay.
And she's like the posing coach to the stars. I mean, she poses everybody, and she's like been knocking out the winners a lot lately. So she's going in with a great posing coach. I haven't seen her on stage, Tanith, but like, she's super sweet. Like I said, we've been talking back and forth, and we were excited to meet each other this next weekend. But I'm rooting for her big time, and I'm excited to see her on stage.
Good. And you'll be able to tune into the live stream, so you won't miss too much.
Yes.
All right, now let's go to our next athlete. Okay, this is a new pro. She just earned her pro card this year. Again, another debut.
Yes, Brandy. I actually follow her as well, and her trainer, Robin. We've been friends on Instagram for quite a while. So I saw when she was going to go watch the show and that she won, and I was like, and it's an OCB show, so now she's an OCB pro as well. She looks amazing. She's got great muscle, great shape. She is over 40, so I think she's competing in both, correct? Is she doing open, or is she just doing masters?
She's only doing masters in this show.
Okay. Yeah, I think she should do open.
I agree. I think she should do open as well.
Yeah.
You know, as I'm doing recon for this episode and just for the commentary for the live stream. I mean, she's just so stunning. Like, she has how do I say, like, even on stage, she just looks very healthy. She looks very it's just, for me, that's the look I prefer. Everything was just very symmetrical. Her posing is great. Her overall look is fantastic. So she's actually one of my favorites to win. I right now, I just like her overall look. She's well put together. But you know, the thing about this, you just never know what everyone's going to look like the day of the show. We're just kind of, you know.
That's very true. I mean, it's happened to me where, you know, I look great in the morning, and then all of a sudden the water comes and I'm not looking like I did in the morning. So, and it's a long day for these ladies. I mean, they're going to be starting in the morning, and then they don't, you know, get on stage later at night. And that's really hard to do and maintain. You just have to make sure that you're relaxing and you're not doing too much, you know, but I think she looks amazing, and I think she's going to do really well.
Yeah, it's funny. Todd was just saying how Misty is the only pro bikini he's ever seen to walk away with a $10,000 payday, and I think it was the year before last at the Natty Revolution show.
Oh,
yeah, they were doing a $10,000 bikini take all type of thing, and yeah, she looked incredible. That's actually crazy. The first time I saw her. They played her stage routine, and she is so electric on stage, and that's actually when I started following her.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin. We were just talking about you. Your girl looks amazing. I can't wait to see her on stage.
Yes. And then we have another comment here from Jude. She said she said it's nice that she's not going to be competing against her client. She's like, she's instances of that happening, and it rarely ends well. Yeah, that could be a little awkward, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it would have happened with me and Tracy because we're both open and masters. We would have been on the same stage together for sure. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't go.
See, everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Now, here is another bikini competitor that I've actually had a chance to see, Katie Arnold, on stage. She also competes with her husband.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yes. Now I've actually seen her. She's done NPC. She's a NGA pro though. And she, for me, she's like one of those athletes. When I see her, I figure drifts into my mind. Even if it's just for like a second, it drifts into my mind, and I think that could be a road for her in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But she, you know, she's going to be I'm not sure if this is her pro debut or not. I know I've seen her at the Central Florida Classic and the Thunder Classic. But she is going to walk away definitely with the experience of her life at this event, and I'm excited to see what she brings.
So she has taken some time off though from the stage.
No, she was competing last year.
Oh, last year. Okay. I don't know some of these girls because I'm OCB pro, so I try to follow as many pros as I know out there from all organizations. So some girls I just don't know because I haven't seen, like, if I see a post and they tag them, I will like click on their page and then I just start following them. So
of course.
I'm excited to see her on stage. She looks great. I mean, she looks like she's got some nice glutes, some great delts. So, you know, she'll be bringing it.
Now, this is who you spoke of earlier. She is 57 years old.
Okay, yes, I remember. Yeah, looking amazing at 57. Can I look like that at 57?
Right? So she had her pro debut almost to the day 1 year ago. So this will be her second pro show from what I've seen. And she is on the shorter side. So she's 57, but she is also like right around 5 feet tall.
Okay, and she's a WNBF pro, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So that is Cynthia. So
Yeah, it
that's
looks like
it.
we have some amazing girls out there. I mean, they're all looking amazing. I think it's going to be a fight to the finish. No one's going to, I don't know who's going to win.
Oh, one of them I didn't have any pictures of her. It was
Oh,
Nicole Ratley, number 101 at the end of the Pro Bikini. She's a local pro here in Florida, and she always brings a good package as well. She has great glutes, kind of this is small waist, nice back, nice V taper. And I know she's every time I've seen her on stage, she's put on a little bit of extra muscle in like all the right places. So she is definitely going to be one to watch as well in that open bikini. So, okay, so what we have the open, and then I'm just going to throw this up again too. This is the Masters lineup. Yeah.
I mean, they got some really great Masters girls on there as well. Like, I feel like both lineups are going to be really challenging.
Yeah. And deep classes.
Yes. So I know in the OCB, they usually, if they have more than, it just depends on how many people, but they will break their groups up into height classes. If they have, 10 girls. So, so these girls here will all be on the stage together. So there is no classes. It's one class for open, one class for masters. So there is no top 3 in each class. You get what you get.
That's right. That's right. And this is where the experienced judging panel really comes into play, because they're going to have to account for like those size differences when they're comparing the physiques, and really move them around and just get a good look at everybody, and have that like non-bias, those eyes, just to really make sure that they're picking the right winner. So
Right. I think the judges are going to have a hard time.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So going into that, all of you guys watching, thank you. But you guys can all watch live if you're not a competitor, you're not going to be there. I am going to be live streaming it on my Subculture Live YouTube channel. So all of this week, I've been going live on Facebook and on YouTube. But for the show, I think I'm just going to keep that right on YouTube. And the best way to do that is to subscribe to the channel and hit notifications. So that way you'll just get a quick alert when we do go live. Or just be conscious of the order of events and just tune into the channel when the show starts, because we're going to be doing a lot of live coverage this entire weekend. And it's just going to be a lot to make an event for every single time we go live. So just know all weekend there's going to be live coverage on the Subculture Live YouTube channel. And you if you tune into it, you will catch something.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch. I've got your channel ready to go. I think I have the notifications turned on.
Yes.
And I'm going to be glued to my phone all weekend.
I hope so. And another fun element that I'm adding into this stream is the super chats. So what that allows the viewers to do is to purchase super chats, and I will be sharing to the live, because I didn't share any comments to my live stream last year, but I will be sharing the super chat comments to my live stream. So if you are a fan and you have somebody that is getting on stage and you want your comment shared to the screen for everyone to see, because there will be a 55-inch TV backstage as well, so the athletes will be seeing this stream as well on the big screen. You guys can purchase those super chats, and I will make sure that they get into the stream. So I think that's really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend. I know Daryl's got so much going on for everybody. There's like a amateur party Saturday night. There's a pro party Sunday night, and DJ, and he's got like the Hall of Fame or something going on, and check-ins, and there's so much going on. This is going to be an amazing show. It seems even from last year when the show went on, it's just grown so much, and the athletes coming are just there. It's even more stacked. Like this is going to probably be like one of the better shows. I feel like that's everybody's going to want to be at every year.
I agree. And I love that the pros have their own day. I'm excited to see what the feedback is for this, because Daryl was like just going out on a limb. He's like, I'm going to try this. And then he always does a survey, immediately the day after the show. So I'll be interested to see how the pros, how they feel, how it worked out for them.
Yeah. I think it's nice to have a day for the pros because the pros kind of get, not that we get the short end of the stick sometimes, but sometimes we are the ones that have to wait the longest. And it's nice to just have a day like that everybody's pros and the amateurs can get showcased too because it's just the amateurs and the pros can go watch the amateurs and vice versa. So you don't feel pressured to feel like you can't watch the people that you want to see because the amateurs are first and then the pros are on another whole day. So I know I'm also very excited to see the men's physique.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I'm really excited to see that. I can't wait for this showdown.
You and I both. So
So
this is actually a comment for you. It says, Teresa, I don't know if you remember the OCB show in, is it Inca, New York? But
yes,
you competed a few years back and I judged it with 11 other competitors and you were all on stage for 30 minutes.
we were. It was
Holy
a, oh
cow.
my God. I remember that. They had such a hard time. We were when we were in our back pose,
Like,
we were saying, "Oh my God, we're shaking. Can we just hurry up and get this decision made?" Oh my God, but it was a stacked class. And I just remember everybody saying, like, wow, I can't believe these girls that are out here. Like, this was the best class of the year so far. And a lot of those girls I'm friends with now. And it's like, yeah, we were on stage for that long. It was ridiculous, but it was needed because they were trying to figure out who was the top five. Yeah,
that, yeah, you know,
I remember that.
when I'm judging, I feel like sometimes I'm always like the last one to kind of get there. And I don't, you know, I'd say, you know what? I don't care. They can wait because I don't want to mess this up. And I just take my time until I make sure, like, yes, this is it. Yeah.
I'm honestly glad that they took the time to do that because it felt like, even though it was a long day for everybody, they still took their time making sure that they judged us properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And,
that meant a lot. That meant a lot to us.
and on that note, with the pros kind of being on their own day, the judges do have that little bit of flexibility to make sure everybody's getting their fair time. Because you know, if Daryl would have done one day, I mean, you would have had almost over 120 athletes to get
Mm-hmm.
through that stage, and that gets he almost. I felt like he had to almost make it 2 days. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, again, I'm very excited to be live streaming the entire event. You know, my whole thing is just to make it really good quality. I will have Joe Lacera doing live commentary with me, and he is fantastic. I enjoyed listening to him at the ANBF Nationals a couple weeks ago. He did a fantastic job. And yeah, so he's going to be flying in from New Jersey, and then we'll have Todd Rogers joining us at the table as well. And I'm sure on my, I have a mic at the end of the table for, you know, like on amateur day, if some of the
Mm-hmm.
pros want to come over and just kind of talk on the mic, or if the sponsors want to come over, I just have an extra mic available for them. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I want to thank you so much for doing this tonight. It was fun just to, now I can really wrap my head around all these athletes, because the ones that I'm not as familiar with, you definitely were. So this really kind of pulled everything together for me and makes me that much more excited to see these pro bikini athletes get on stage.
I'm excited that I know most of them. Even though like some of them are OCB pros, like the fact that I know the other girls and I'm cheering for so many of them. I'm cheering for my client the
Of course.
most because my client, but like, I'm just really happy for all of them. I'm super excited to see them all on stage and I'm ready to see a battle, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's definitely what you're going to get. Some women are going to go home a little disappointed, especially the ones that are coming off undefeated seasons this year. They both can't
Right.
win, right?
Right. That's true. They both can't win. So there's only one winner.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you head over to the Subculture Live YouTube channel and subscribe and hit all notifications. I don't care what you do after the show. You can unsubscribe, but I just don't want you guys to miss a minute of the live stream. And make sure you guys are commenting and being interactive. That's one of the beauties of a Subculture live stream, is I really try to keep everybody involved. And Joe, with other commentators on, I'll be able to really stay up on the comments and questions. So
Yeah. And I appreciate you having me on tonight. I just want to have a special shout out to my team Showtime. I want y'all to kill it out there this next weekend. Team Showtime all the way. I got my jacket, my shirt. I'm gonna wear it on Saturday and Sunday.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I
I
appreciate
know.
on the show. I look forward to meeting you one day.
Yes, this was so fun. I felt like I already know you because I follow you and we've chatted a little bit on
Yeah.
social media. So
Yeah,
it
it's
just
just like
was fun.
you build your family through social media, and then when you finally meet them, you feel like you already know them. So when we
Yes.
do meet, it'll be like we're already friends because we are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, good luck to you for the rest of this season. And I know there's big things happening. You have there's a lot of incredible shows happening here towards the end of the season. And I know
Right.
you're gonna crush it. I mean, that Yorton Cup, I was looking at your profile and you're like second place. So I know that W is gonna be happening
Oh
soon.
my gosh. Hopefully
You're just
this year.
so
Goodness.
close, so
Third
close.
time's a charm, right?
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's the goal. That's the one I want the most. So that's what I'm aiming for again this year.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, have a great night. Enjoy the holiday tomorrow. And good night, everybody. And I'm going to be trying to do figure. I'll do figure later this week.
All right.
That'll be
You
my
guys have a good
next.
night. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for tuning in.